In our Hot Toss today, we were talking about a very timely issue. We're talking about Mother's Day, and it's, you know, for many people, it's a very happy day. You celebrate with your mother as a mother, but there are cases. I had a former coworker who used to prep us before and say, hey, my mother passed away like, 10 years ago. I don't feel comfortable talking. It still makes me very sad. Our relationship expert, Lynn Shine, is with us to tell us how to handle these situations. First of all, what do you say to a coworker or a friend who feels that way? How do you handle it?
Just like with any other type of mourning situation, don't ignore it, acknowledge it. Say, I'm sorry, it's a difficult day for you. And so a lot of people when there's a mourning situation think, I'll leave them alone,
right.
I won't say anything, and that's probably the worst thing that you could do for somebody who's in mourning.
Because it makes them also feel...
That's exactly right. It makes them feel like you're ignoring them and that they're alone. And mourning is a very lonely time. So acknowledge it. It doesn't mean you need to keep asking and stay on it, but at least acknowledge it.
Okay, let's go to the other end and the person who is actually mourning the loss of their mother. Whether it's new or whether it's, years old, how do you get past it? I mean, can you ever get past the loss of a mother?
Well, let's go to the very beginning, because that's what you started with. I have a lot of clients that are experiencing infertility issues. And so that's something that you haven't experienced necessarily a loss yet, but it's a horribly difficult time during Mother's Day because they're trying so hard to become a mother. So Mother's Day is a very difficult time for them. And so the constant reminder that it's Mother's Day and they themselves are not able to become a mother is very difficult. So for them, they may want to give themselves permission to avoid the day. Enjoy the day in a different respect and avoid Mother's Day, for instance.
What if it's a good friend and, you are a mother? How do you acknowledge that and then just celebrate on your own and not talk about it?
That's what I would do. I would certainly say, I would give my friend a call and say, look, I know that this is a difficult day for you and I'm thinking about you. Just know that maybe I'm doing something at my house. You're welcome, but I understand if you're going to skip out today. And I would do it if it was my sibling, or I would do it if it was a relative. I'd say, give yourself permission to skip out today. You don't need to come over for this Mother's Day if you choose not to.
What if you're the mother of a daughter who's been trying so hard? How do you handle it that way?
My thinking is try not to be, to personalize it too much and try to be selfless on that day. It is a really difficult time for somebody who's experiencing that infertility. So try to give your daughter permission to not be a part of that day if it's too difficult for them. But if you are experiencing it, also please still acknowledge your mother in some way, even if you can't be a part of the festivities.
Excellent advice. We're going to have you back. We were talking about this before this segment. We're going to talk about the hottest book, both on every end, Shades of Grey. I'm going to read it,
fun.
And we'll talk about it. It'll be a racy next week.
That's right.
All right.
We'll have fun.
Lynn Shine, our relationship expert, thank you so much, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.